So today we're going to start working on the duster. Now, when I first got this thing, it was piled up with a bunch of trash in it and everything. And the previous owner, he tried to clean it out the best he could. I mean, he did a pretty good job, but it just smells terrible in here. I don't know what it is. It just smells like old gas and just, you know, old house, I guess. It just doesn't smell that good. So I'm going to take the seats out and the carpet, and I'm going to go ahead and, you know, totally clean everything inside and maybe try and get some of that smell out. I might try and take these weird speakers out, maybe do something with those, just set them to the side. And then this headliner, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just trashed. So I'm going to try and take that out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by unbolting the seats. Alright, so I've got the seat bolts soaking in some PP Blaster right now. One thing that I'd like to do is take these hideous bumperettes off. I mean, this bumper is big enough as it is, but with the extra bumperettes, it just looks terrible. And it doesn't help that, if you look here on the bottom, they're starting to rust out, and the one on the back is actually terrible on the back bumper. I'll show it to you. This one's actually come apart, so I know it'll leave a spot where they were, but I may just go ahead and take it out, just get a cleaner look, and maybe eventually I'll get some better bumpers, but for now, I may just take those off. Let's close it first. Close your side first. Just button at the top. Well, no. Camera battery died taking out the bottom half, but we'll go ahead and take out the top half and hopefully you get to see that. There we go. Get this out. So the speaker that was sitting up there, it literally just crumbled in my hand. As soon as I picked it up, it's just from baking in the sun all those years, it's falling apart. So hopefully nobody thinks that these are worth anything, because they actually just fell apart right in my hand. See, look, it's just trashed. All of it's just been baking in the sun. No telling how long. Alright, so here comes the fun part. Let's see what's behind the carpet. Well, that might be a problem. Sorry if it's kind of hard to see, but as you can tell, our back floor pans are actually pretty nice, which is what I kind of expected. I'll hop up in here and show you. So this is the driver's side here. It actually looks fairly solid, you know, nothing besides surface rust. Unfortunately, which I kind of expected though, but it's okay, our front floor pans They will need to be replaced, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to wait and do that. This side's got the biggest hole here, but you know, I've seen worse, so it's not terrible. I'll put 2 brand new floor pans in it, but as for now, my main focus is just to get the carpet cleaned up. And we made quite a mess here in the yard. There's the front seat, bottom half of the back seat, and there's the top half, carpet, and there's that backing piece that goes behind the seat. I'm going to vacuum up the floor first of the car, and then I'm going to come over here, vacuum these, and then try and pressure wash them if I can get it to run. But then just scrub these back seats, because they're the ones that are like the nastiest. But the front seat's not too bad, but as you can see, it's got all this nasty stuff on it. Alright, so the carpet's all clean. All my seats are cleaned up. Gonna try something a little bit crazy here. What I'm gonna plan on doing is once the carpet's dry, I'm gonna take the carpet out and paint the entire thing and let it dry really well. Put these floor mats on top of it in case anything doesn't really look that good. I think the interior is gonna look a whole lot better once I get that done. The only reason I didn't get any kind of fabric paint was because they didn't have a color that really I liked. This was the closest that I could find to these floor mats, and as you can see, they actually match really well. So once the carpet's all that color, it'll look like I didn't even do anything to it. So the carpet's all cleaned up. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's actually a lot better than what it used to look like, but it's still just not up to par to what I really want it to look like. So I'm going to paint it, which if I were really going all out, I would buy a brand new carpet, but at the moment I can't do that. So this is just for pretty much with all the stuff I'm doing today is all temporary. This is only going to be just for the time being until I can go ahead and get new carpet for it, but it'll look better, and you know, it's just for a short amount of time at least. So I've painted half of this on the left side here. You can see that it's a darker shade. That's where I've painted it. And on the right side is where I haven't done just yet. It obviously looks much better compared to what it was before, which is grease stained and disgusting and about 5 or 6 different shades of yellow, so I'll take it. And just to add again, this is only temporary. So before you guys get too mad at me for doing this, just know I'm going to replace the carpet eventually. But this looks 10 times better than what it did before, so I'm really happy with it. But while I let this dry, I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit more on the inside of the car, and then I'll go ahead and throw these back in there and let you guys see what it looks like. So I mentioned that I wanted to take the package tray out and clean it up and make it look better. I pulled all the carpet out that was on top of it, and it was difficult. Mainly because it had been baking in the sun for no telling how long it's been up there, and as I was trying to pull the carpet away, it would just turn into powder. So as soon as I tried to pull on it or get any kind of leverage, I lost it. These holes here, where it was all threaded in, I got it off. I'm going to paint this one black, mainly because it's got some holes in it that I want to like keep hidden. And since it's going to be in the sunlight, I want to use actual fabric paint to make it last. But some of these holes will actually be taken out because that's where I'm going to put my speakers. As you can see here, that's where the 6x9s are supposed to go. Being that this car didn't have those from the factory, the package tray doesn't have holes for it. So I'm going to make those holes whenever I get to that point. I ran speaker wire in the car, but I'm not going to put speakers or a radio in it just yet. But I'm going to prepare for it. So that way I'll have all the necessities that I need in order to make that work. But I'm going to go ahead, scuff this up, paint it black, make it look nice. One more thing I did was take these seat belts and take a little bit of black and just, you know, do a light coat to restore the color on it, make it look a little bit better. I mean, they weren't terrible, they just were kind of faded and scratched and whatnot. So all I did was clean them up really nice and then just hit them with one coat of black. Alright, so there's the rear carpet piece in. I'm going to go ahead and throw the front one in. So a little change of plan. I decided to go ahead and just stick the back seat in and make it a little bit easier on myself. That way I wouldn't dirty up the front carpet when I put it in. And the front carpet just kind of fell back into place where it was supposed to go. So now that that's in, the front seat can go in. So there it is, all said and done. I've got my floor mats in there, cleaned those up, did the exact same treatment as I did with the carpet. I'm going to be honest with you, it looks pretty good. I mean, honestly, once it's actually in the car, you can't really tell that I've done anything to it, which is good. You want to make sure that it looks like it has been messed with. So it's not 3 or 4 different colors of yellow now. It's just one shade of brown, and it all looks so much better. And all these spots that were in the seat, those are gone. So all this looking so much cleaner. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. And I just want to show you guys that you can do this too. I probably spent maybe 30 bucks. 20 of it was for the floor mats and $10 was for paint. So it's easy to do this. You just got to put in the time and effort. So that's going to be all I'm going to do for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below. I'll try to get to them as best I can. And don't forget to subscribe. If you want your project to be featured at the end of the video, don't forget to send me an email. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.